experience, especially in technical field. I am a software engineer, diploma with Siemens. I want to support this motion and say, indeed, we need to look at the whole spectrum of how we are doing it. Mr. Speaker, sir, it is not just enough to add on the training that we are giving people doing the apprenticeship or doing the attachment. What we need to do, we need to introduce a system that encourages to do a system, especially in technical field. More in the attachment that they did learn in the university, something that has also been confirmed by Senator Sifuna, in some technical courses where you need to develop the fine feeling of what you are doing, especially in precision engineering. You need to develop the passion. It would be important, Mr. would allow the dual system for schools and enterprises to coexist, Mr. Speaker. This would only be possible, Mr. Speaker, if we make sure that we bring the research center in our institutions of learning, especially higher learning, and then we give them the opportunity to mitigate some of the costs that we incur through this apprenticeship. Mr. Speaker, indeed, this country has continued pumping over 1 million graduates into the market, but we've not created enough opportunity. And it starts there from where my colleague said, and I want to say that I was happy when I was also the share of energy, that we realized one of the biggest hindrances we have in this country, Mr. Speaker, is the cost of power. With the cost of power going up to 26 cents USD per kilowatt hour, Mr. Speaker, we are barely any investments. But, Mr. Speaker, technology has evolved, nuclear energy has become more safer, it has become more affordable, and most importantly, we have now mini reactor, we have small nuclear reactor that are able to produce bunches of up to 200, 300 megawatts, and that for about 80 years, Mr. Speaker. The best investment, Mr. Speaker, like wind, you have a life expectancy of 20 years, investing so much money. And now that, Mr. Speaker, Kenya has gone and is almost getting there, that we are able to invest our pension fund in some of our development projects. It is the high time, Mr. Speaker, that we relook at some of the dynamics that attract investments. And we will not achieve that, Mr. Speaker, unless we ensure that the cost of energy has been brought down. The marginalized counties that make about 80% of the landmass in Kenya, Mr. Speaker, they remain unconnected to the national grid. Landing a diesel generator, Mr. Speaker, you cannot be able to produce any product that can be compete with any other product from anywhere in any part of the world. And therefore, Mr. Speaker, it is the high time that we adopt the modern technology as we look at mainstreaming our schools to become duality now that we have the CBC system, where kids right from grade 4 would be introduced to a day or two per week where they go and then they make a choice that is informed of what they want to be, and not wait until they do the exam and then the exam results would choose them what to become. Mr. Speaker, most of us waited until they graduated to see what they want to become in life because of the competition that's there. We were not, and we did not have the luxury to make a choice right from kindergarten. I would want to become this and that, and they would get an opportunity to visit those kind of industries, those kind of service providers, and indeed make their decision and affirm that that is what they want to do. Mr. Speaker, that is the only way that can ensure that we are able to absorb the ever younger population that's getting younger into the job market. But, Mr. Speaker, we must also realign ourselves with the changing technology. We must also be able to leverage the way we do things with the Internet of Things, so to align it with the production, because artificial intelligence, as much as people may not want to agree with me, it's going to become as an important product production factor as capital is, as land is, and as labor is. Mr. Speaker, if we do not address the issues of power shortage we have, with a spending reserve of less than 10%, Mr. Speaker, there is no serious investor that's going to come to this country. And without attracting enough serious investors, without value addition, which will not be possible if the cost of power becomes very high, Mr. Speaker, it is the high time we look at the model. And that's why, Mr. Speaker, I'm a proud supporter of the KK government, because for the first time in 62 years, we are able to use our pension fund to invest in our own infrastructure development project. Mr. Speaker, we have, for the our people have been detailing after working for 36 years with a saving of only 98,000. It will be possible, Mr. Speaker, to grow our own pension. It will be possible, Mr. Speaker, to save on the foreign exchange that we've been losing annually on repaying the debt, and most importantly, to safeguard the consumers from the fluctuation of the hard currency. That, Mr. Speaker, those are some of the things that we'll be able to do, and most importantly, to ensure that as we move the younger generation into the next phase where they'll need to move this country and make this country a developed country, we must relook at the way we are doing our things. And therefore, I want to thank Senator Shelagay for this wonderful motion, but I want to tell him, yes, indeed, there are a lot that needs to be considered, and one of the things that we need to be streamed.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, for giving me an opportunity to also add my voice to the motion by Senator Cherage on this internship program by the Public Service Commission. Mr. Speaker, from the onset, I must say that the millions of young people that have left schools and colleges and are not engaged, to give them an opportunity to choose career paths and sharpen those career paths that they choose. The Speaker, unemployment is a serious threat to national stability. I have a different way of looking at engagements with the young people, especially in major cities. Speaker, every time politicians and political leaders, even church people, every time you call a meeting during the week, a rally, a crusade, and you see tens of thousands of young people attending those rallies and those meetings and those crusades. The Speaker, it speaks to the problem of unemployment in this country.